Hello and good afternoon. It's Saturday afternoon, and welcome to this edition of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle, which is that's the sponsor of our program, and that's what got this whole thing started. But we're 160 videos into this, something like that, and man, private label selling has got has man just gone like that. When I first started out on Amazon selling Amazon, I did retail arbitrage, as most of you know. Retail arbitrage, good way to make money, but man, it is a lot of work. A lot of work. So then came and everybody started talking about private label. And so we started doing private label. We did private label. We imported products from China, Vietnam, different places, and we had a good time. It was on and made a lot of money and had a good time, and so that's when we started the course and teaching private label selling, and it was good because it was concentrated down into a serious thing, and you could go in there and you could make money. Well, can you make money with private label now? Yeah, you can make money with private label, but I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have to watch yourself. You're going to have to watch what you're going to do, and you're going to have to know what you're doing. It just go in there and just try to do something like I did. Man, I made a lot of mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it used to be. But can you just go in and start doing any of this stuff and survive? The way Amazon is with third-party sellers right now, I wouldn't guarantee it. I think you could do retail arbitrage. Can you do real good? Yeah, you can do good, but like I say, it's a lot of work. Private label selling is a lot of work. It started out with drop shipping. Then we went to drop shipping, and drop shipping was the thing everybody was thinking about. Well, when it first started out, it was taboo. People didn't. You weren't a legitimate seller if you drop shipped. You weren't doing it right if you drop shipped. The only way you could do it right was to either arbitrage or arbitrage. Sorry about that. As a matter of fact, I got an email from somebody the other day saying that he wished I would slow down, not talk as fast and all that. So I'm trying to do that because I know I get excited and I start to go 50 miles an hour, and then people don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm trying to slow this thing down. My wife, she's got a whip back there. You can't see her. And if notice, you're going to notice something's different today. My mother-in-law is no longer with us. My mother-in-law went to a nursing home. She decided it was time. She's lived with us for what, 3-4 years, something like that, maybe something like that. And a lot of times she'd walk by in her house coat and all that. She's a neat lady. I'm gonna miss her, but she's in a nursing home now because she just thought that it's around. And my wife and I, if we go like on a vacation or just go anywhere, like my wife, I'm home alone. Gosh, what can I tell you? I am home alone. My wife and my daughter and her 2 kids went up to see my son up in Tallahassee. He's the one that's got the new set of twins. They're a little bit over, are they a year old yet? I tell you what, when it comes to dates and times and all that, I'm not. But he's got a new set of twins, and a boy and a girl, and man, I'm telling you, they're a couple characters. So they're up there and having a good time. Tallahassee is about a 6-hour drive, and it's personally we go out here about maybe 2 miles and catch the turnpike or interstate, or whatever you want to call it, and it's a good 6-hour drive up there. If you stop and get something to eat and all that and enjoy it, you're going to take at least 7 hours. So if you start out here early in the morning and go up to Tallahassee, it's what can I tell you? It's a neat place. Like Tallahassee, it's full of trees, and it's just a beautiful town. This time of year, it's just like all of Florida. It's hot, and that's okay. I like hot. I was sitting outside reading while going. One of my neighbors came up and he says, "Terry, what are you doing outside?" And I said, "Well, I'm just sitting here reading." And he looked and he says, "You know, it's 100 degrees on the porch. I got my wife keeps a thermometer all that." And because of my mom, we had a ramp going up here because, this is a mobile home. I don't know if I explained that to you. We live in a retirement community and love it, love it, love it. Just 10 minutes to mow the grass. Just not much to do. And I just really like it. It allows me to work on that. And I've been working because, like I said, really hard. But we had so much going on with Mom moving, and it was a lot of things to run back and forth and do that. And we're working on the course. As you know, we're changing the course because, once again, it's just like anything else on the internet. What works today is going to have to be revamped. You can't. I don't think there's hardly anybody doing retail arbitrage anymore. I'm sure they are, and I'm sure it'll sell on Amazon and everything like that. But that's not the new thing. Everybody wants to do the new thing. Well, the new thing is it's what I call part 2 drop shipping. Because if you're still doing drop shipping the old-fashioned way, where you go to eBay, go to Amazon, find a product you don't, like if you go to Amazon, find a product that you like and say, "Oh, I could sell that." So then you want to sell that on eBay, or you want to, and you say, "Well, I can do that." So what you best do, if you do it, is open an eBay window, and then you open an Amazon window. And if you find a product you look, or you use the bestseller list or something like that, and go on Amazon, find a bestseller that you like, and say, "Oh, I think I could do that." So you open up an eBay window, put the title in the eBay window there, and come up, and it'll tell you. And then you click on that, and we want to sell it again, and you do that. Now, that's the old-fashioned way. There's a newer way. You can do that in probably 10 seconds with the new way and using some of the new tools, but we're going to talk about those later on. I'm not going to talk about them too much today because it's part of the new course. It's what I call drop shipping part 2. It's where everything is automated. What can I say? I sell, and I don't. When I get the sale, I've got a program that takes over, goes and orders that product, sends me a note if for some reason the product can't be got, or there's a problem with it, which doesn't happen very often. Maybe once a week, I'll get one where, and this is also reprices everything. So if my host site, say if my host site is Amazon, and whoever the Amazon seller is raises their price, I'm supposed to know within a couple of minutes, and I'll raise my price on eBay or whatever the percentage is or something like that. And it all works like that. And I can show you a nice spreadsheet of orders I've got, and I don't even know what they are anymore. I've got a thing where I can push, and it'll tell me exactly what I've sold, how many I've sold of each one, and because I purge my orders. I'm not perfect. You can ask my wife on that one. I'm not perfect. And I don't always pick out winners. I hope I do. And, from the top 100. So it's just common sense. If I figure if it's a top 100 on Amazon, then I presume it's somewhere close to that on eBay. That's drop shipping. What I'm trying to tell you is about the new way in that. I don't do anything when I get an order on, say, eBay. This program picks it up, goes over to Amazon, orders the product for me, fills out the thing, calls it a guest shipment, or we're going to call it, and charges me a whole 40 cents. Now, tell you what, when I was doing it by hand, I'd get up in the morning, go to my site, and I'd, my thing on Amazon or wherever, eBay, and find that I'd have, sometimes 6, 7 orders or something like that. So I had to go to the other site and order that stuff by hand, put the people's address in, and all that, and check until it got ordered that night, and come back and put the tracking number in and all. I don't do any of that. For 40 cents, this program does everything. Gosh, it's actually I'm getting kind of bored of being retired now. So what can I say? As you know, we're changing the course, and the course is what sponsors this. And because I want you to be able to take advantage of that, and there's a lot more. This is what I call the new drop shipping. Don't have to do any of that kind of stuff anymore. The program takes care of it. And when I call to go over what I want to say, to add products to my list, these new programs, you just go over, pick it out, click it. It saves it in a file. And when you go over to the other, say if I'm sourcing on Amazon, you find what you want, click it. Little funny little guy up in the corner of the thing comes down, clicks it, and says, "Do you want to list this product on eBay?" And I say, "Yep." And within 30 seconds, I guess. Sometimes maybe it takes more if there's, it doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference. It says okay, and it takes that product, it lists it on the other thing for me. And that's progress. And that's what we've been going on. Like I said, when we started out with arbitrage, we went to private label. Private label was a hoot. When I got out there, and started talking Chinese. My Chinese is not very good, believe me. But thank God, most of the suppliers over in China had what they call a company interpreter. And it's nothing more than a man or woman that does nothing more than talks to their English customers. Why? Because the plant manager over in China doesn't want to learn English. No, it's the same way you don't want to learn Chinese. Maybe I'd be fine if you want to learn Chinese and spend a long time and do those programs. But man, when I used to work on, as you know, I'm talking too fast again. As you know, I live down here in South Florida, and every year more and more Spanish people kind of move. I'm 25 miles from West Palm Beach up the coast. It's a little town called Stewart. I actually live in a suburb of Stewart called Hobe Sound, which is in a nice little retirement community called Cambridge. Love it, love it, love it. What can I tell you? And I'm here, 10 minutes to mow my grass. I walk around my block 3 times a day after every meal. I read sometime ago that that's one of the best ways to keep your thing in circulation and keep you losing weight. I lost a lot of weight here a long time ago, and I've kept it off. And one of the reasons I kept it off is when I get done eating, I get up from every meal and I go walk around my block. And sometimes I like to say I walk real fast, but it's the point now, after we've been here all this time, over 2 years, that people know me, and I kind of get stopped almost all the time, which I enjoy, and talk to my neighbors, and we talk about this and talk about that, and sometimes I'll ask about the business and all that. And so what can I tell you? I'm going to be 75 this year, and so I guess I'm living the life, as you say it, and I appreciate that. But I also appreciate the work, and I appreciate the course, and that's what I keep getting off at, talking about this course. We're doing the course because we'd added drop shipping last year. Well, we're adding more drop shipping. We've got more drop shipping than we've got I think we've got 8 modules. We had 8 modules on private label selling, which are still good, still relevant. And if it needs, we go in and we change it and all that. Help you find products, sign how to get them. We can get it probably on a lot of the products you see on Amazon and eBay and Walmart now, or something you're getting them, are AliExpress products. There's a difference between AliExpress and Alibaba. Alibaba is where you can buy 5,000 of something at a great price. But, if you can buy the same thing at AliExpress and only buy them like 100 at a time or 1 at a time, which is most important, and advertise that product if you're drop shipping, and it gets picked up by ePacket, and and you want to use ePacket, goes more into that into the course, because some of the China Express is no good. You don't want to use it. You want to get that thing, and that's part of the secret of drop shipping too, is being able to get that product. People don't want to wait 30 or 40 days to get their product. You might be getting it at a good price, but if they're waiting 30, 40 days for it, when you can send an ePacket is probably cost you $1-2, and you'll get it in less than 2 weeks. Let's put it that way. Sometimes you get them 6-7 days, and sometimes you get them 13-14. Depends on the number of shipments and all that. In the summertime, it's a little bit slower, but that's life. But excuse me, I have my coffee. So we're back. We're talking about what we do in the course, because this part of the drop shipping part 2 makes so much sense. It's good. It's another module we're adding. Module 9 is drop shipping. Module 9.5, I guess, is going to be drop shipping part 2, which it deserves a place. And then we're going to start some new things that are starting out in Amazon, and not only Amazon, but well, if you follow, one of the advantages I have, or any of these other guys putting courses out there and all that stuff, is they're working at another job usually, and they don't have time to follow all this. I do. You come down any day and meet me about 10 o'clock. I go to McDonald's for my cup of coffee, and a lot of times I sit there half an hour, 45 minutes or better, and my little thing, and I read an awful lot. I know what's going on. I know what the new programs are, and that all gets in the course. That's another advantage to the course, which I don't mention a lot because I've already gone through it. I've also checked it out, and most of the times I'll check them out to make sure they work. If it's a new thing, like there's one thing I'm going to tell you about probably in the next episode, or that there's a blog that if you are anything to do with drop shipping or selling on Amazon or anything, you need to read. And I'm not going to tell you about it now. I will tell you later on, because it's important. It's a drop shipping part 2. Drop shipping part 2, as I said, is completely hands-free. They and I get a list of everything I sold. I don't know what the only reason I know it is because I get that list. It's already been sent out for me. It's not done anything. There's one of my people that what I'm just talking about here, I keep informed, because here's a video. I just got a notice on the corner of my thing that one of the people I subscribe to has got a new video, which means it's something new, something we want to talk about, just like I'm talking to you. What do? I subscribe it. Now, I'm going to listen to it probably tonight. I'm not going to run right over there and listen to it while it's a thing, but I am going to mark it on my list, and it'll be listened to tonight. Sometimes it's going to be handy, and sometimes it's not. But that's what makes the difference between the courses. I listen to all this stuff, and if it's something I need to check out, believe me, I'll check it out, and I'll give you my review of it on there. And are my reviews sacred or anything like that? No, it's my opinion, and my opinion is something I think that's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. It's going to save you a lot of things, like that thing. I mean, like talking about that, getting that list just is wonderful. I just put it aside. I don't even print them out anymore. I leave them in the computer, and they're there, and so I know what I'm selling. I don't have to worry about inventory because it's all drop shipped. That program checks, make sure I've got stock in there, and if it doesn't, it stops the listing I've got. All automatic. I don't know anything about it, and but I know that it works. I know that it's a time saver, and I know that it'll save you bukus of time, money, and everything else, because you don't have to do anything. What can I tell you about it? And we're going to be talking about in a couple of weeks what's all going on, and I got to put it in the course first, because remember the thing, when I talk about something here, I want it available to the students in the course, and it's got to go in the course, and I need to work on those. So I'm going to be working on those probably this week. It'll be at least 2, probably close to 4 different videos in the course telling you how to do it. Remember, that's the difference between these little things that I do here and the course. On these here, I tell you what to do. In the course, I tell you how to do it. And that's what makes a difference. And that's what makes it so important. So with that being said, we're talking about, and like I say, it's movie day, private label selling thoughts. I don't do much private label selling anymore. I'm thinking about getting back into it, and I've got some. And I've also found how do I explain it? I watch a couple programs in the morning. Well, one of them I'll tell you is Fox News. It's Mornings with Maria, and it's important because she has business leaders from all over, and they talk about what's going on. And one of the things that's scaring me right now, because I know most of the private label products are coming from China, you know, and all that. And so we're watching this thing, and they talk about the VAT tax over in Europe, but when they're working on, they're still working on healthcare, and my God, it's going to go on forever. If I can't tell you, it is. You get me started in politics, and this video here will go on for a couple more hours, because I can't tell you how ridiculous it is what's going on. The Democrats started this whole thing. They put Obamacare in, and they know it's bad. It was bad from the start, and yet they won't do anything. And the Republicans keep throwing things. Like I say, I don't want to get started. I'll tell you, I'm a Trump person. I respect the Republicans. I think the Democrats, you've got Nancy Pelosi and Schumer, that guy from New York. My God, what idiots. And the stuff that they're doing. They know that Obamacare is collapsing, and yet they won't they won't stoop to help it. They want to keep butting up against it and stopping everything. And the Republicans, they won't invite the Democrats to help them or anything. It's ridiculous. Not going to say anymore. I'm just going to shut up right now on that, and not going to say anymore. And I have a sip of coffee, calm me down. So anyway, back to the course. We're talking about this. The course, as you know, is $345. If you've been, and it's been that for a couple of years, and it's time for the course to go up in price, but it's also time in the course to be updated. So we're updating it. This drop shipping 2 is going to be another one, and believe me, it's quite a few more videos, and we've got other stuff, like I say, that I'm not going to talk about today, that are coming up, new things that are coming up, and because of these new products, there's new things you can do, and going to make the course, what do I say, worth more money, because it's more. We've got arbitrage in there now. We've got private label selling. We've got drop shipping, the old type drop shipping. The new type drop shipping is going in, and these other things, and it's going to get added too. So the new price is probably going to be close to $500. It's going to be between $450 and $500. I haven't figured out exactly that, but I'm going to tell you right now, like it's always been, if you want to get your money's worth and you want to get a bonus, now is the time to buy the course. You just go to privatelabelselling.com, be up there in the corner, and you can order the course. We've got some, there's some things you add to it, and you get added to the course. You'll probably have to send me an email. My address is all right there. And tell me what happened, and I'll send you a thing back. But you're going to have to give me your. I need your selling name. It's a label, a name that just goes in the course to identify you, and you're going to be your first name, your last name, your password goes in there twice, and like I say, username. And all that, it goes in there and it gets set up, and you're good to go. You can go in and log in anytime you want, whether it's now or 10 years from now. You're going to get all the new stuff for the old price. I never cut it off. When I say one, we stop it, and you can't get any more of the new stuff. Once you belong to my course, it's forever, as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm around, and I'm going to be around I plan on being around for plenty of time. And I told you exactly what I do and why I'm sometimes so much far than. But tell you about these new programs, new products, and that, and how you can make money. And let me tell you something, you need it, because Amazon, if you're a third-party seller on Amazon, I'm just going to say that a couple years ago, I used to talk about this and talk about how you need to sell in Amazon Europe, France, Italy, Spanish, some of those, and I still believe that. Don't get me wrong, but I'm telling you, you're in for a hard time, because Amazon is doing something with their third-party sellers. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I know 4 people this week, people who've been selling on Amazon for a long time, better than a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and they're doing good. They're drop shipping, they're third-party sellers, and this week I know of 4 of them that got their selling privileges taken away. And on each one of those, they want you to present a plan. Tell them a plan how this won't happen and that won't happen. I think, I don't know. Like I say, I don't quite understand what's going on, because something's going on with Amazon. And you're a third-party seller, you need to watch out. If you're any kind of an arbitrage seller, any of those, I think part of those people that first started with me back when 4 or 5 years ago, with arbitrage. Well, matter of fact, I just saw a thing with Jim Cockrum. He's having his once a year he has a I guess you'd call it a sales thing or a show or anything like that. Jim Cockrum is one of the most honest guys I know. And I'll tell you right now, if you can, I think his price of that meeting is up to around $2,000 now or something like that. It's 4 or 5 days. I believe it's coming up in September, something like that. If you can swing it, it's a good place to go to. Like I say, Jim Cochran, I'll give you that. And I say I don't have anything out there selling it. I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you, the man is about as honest and what can I say? He's just a good person. And if you get a chance, I think he might be sold out. I probably should have put if he's not sold out, I will put a link to his thing under this video here. As you know, anything I mention, I try to put a link underneath the video or in the first box down there for thing. But anyway, I first started out with him, went to a couple of his conferences, and they're great. And I just have not been able to go to a conference since then, even though this one is actually in Florida again. Which I should go. It's in Orlando, but I don't think I can go because of the time it is. We've got some other stuff going on, and what can I say? So anyway, what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to go slow and keep my thing on, that you want the biggest bargain of the century is go over to it's privatelabelselling.com, and you'll see the course up there. It's $349. Buy it. I'm going to tell you, it's going to go up to between $450 and $500 here in the next couple of weeks. But now is the time, because you buy it now, you get all the stuff that's on there, plus all the new stuff, which is about 10, 12 more videos, and in some stuff you've never heard about, what I call drop shipping too. What can I say? I've been going on and all this, and I like to talk. It's part of my thing. It's what I do every day, and I listen and I take notes. And Stuart Varney, Maria Bartolomo, and one of the newest things that's going to be in the new course too is about an online store. I used to tell you all the time a couple years ago, don't go to an online store. But now I would advise you to go to an online store, and I will tell you which one to go to, because there's a couple. There's WooCommerce, and there's BigCommerce, and there's things, and there's Shopify and different ones like that, but they're not all the same. And one's going to take you a long time to get out. Another one you can do in a matter of minutes. You can set a thing up in 30 minutes. Well, I tried it in 30 minutes. I didn't quite get there, but you can do for an hour, hour and a half. You can set up a good store, and it's something you need, because you need to present yourself. And from listening to the I'm not sure about Amazon. I know Amazon is riding high right now. They just bought Whole Foods and all that, and not knocking it either, but I'm going to tell yourself, watch it. You need to diversify. You need to have your eggs in more than one basket. And that's all I'm going to say. But like I say, 4 people I know got their account suspended. And you know what the biggest thing is? And every one of them, Amazon doesn't tell you why. They give you some lame excuse about your product not meeting this and all that, but they don't. And then they want you to write a report. Well, that's nonsense. I tell you, it's nonsense. All I'm saying is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. There's eBay, there's Amazon, there's Walmart anymore. Walmart is coming on strong. Get an account on Walmart, start selling. There's other places like that, and we're going to keep you covered. That's what the course is all about. And like I say, now is the time to get over there and take advantage of the course. $349. You're going to save $150 or $100, and I can't tell you anymore. I'm going to keep these videos on. Like I say, we've had so much going on with Mom moving out, and my wife is up to Tallahassee this weekend. I'm here by myself with one of our daughters, and her 2 sons went up to see another son and daughter-in-law of ours that got the new twins, and they're having a good time. So without any further ado, I think I'm going to sign off here. Like I tell you, I know I'm talking about the course here because it's something you want to take advantage of. Now's not the time. I know it's the summertime. Things are slow. It's privatelabelselling.com. Purchase the course, because it's going to be worth twice the amount of money in here a couple of weeks as we get this done. And I know I said that a couple of weeks ago it was going to be ready. It's not, and I apologize for that. But like I said, it's we had a lot of stuff going on, and we still have a lot of stuff. But hopefully now with my mom, my mother-in-law, tracing back and forth, and she's a sweetheart, believe me. 95 years old. I hope I'm as spry as she is. She's good. She went to be with a nursing home and all that. So wish her well. All I can say is go to the course, buy the course. You won't regret it. It's going to be worth twice as much in just a couple of weeks, and we're going to get that. We're working on it right now, and as soon as it comes, we're going to change the price. Going to do that and all that because remember what we do on this program here. I tell you what to do. In the course, we show you how to do it. It's that simple. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's not that simple for me because I think, man, I can do it. And like, but I'm having trouble with one of the programs, and when I get it worked out, I'll tell you about it. And because I'm not perfect. I listen to those, and I guess I'm in good company because I listen to. I tell you, Mornings with Maria. It's on Fox Business Network, and they talk about all things. But some of these guys, great financial guys, hey, I find out they've got Shopify sites and big commerce sites and all that. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We'll give you insight. And with that being said, I'm talking too much. I shouldn't have said that. But like I say, go over, buy the course, and you won't regret it. I shall see you in a couple days because I'm probably going to be making videos for the course here like that. So I'm going to stop the broadcast. I thank you for listening. I've got 2 viewers over there, and since I didn't tell anybody this was going to happen, I'm surprised. I thank you for being visited. If I knew your names, I could what can I tell you? I could I would thank you, shout out to you, but I give you a shout out for being there. And so that's it for this edition of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. And I shall see you in the future in a couple days. So have a good one. Thanks for being here, and we shall see you.